Hey Scorpio, welcome to Seven Waters Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing the energy reading for Scorpio, and this is for Scorpio Sun, Rising, Moon, and Jupiter. And as you know, the saying goes, this is a general reading, and it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates, and leave what doesn't. Also, these readings, they're timeless, and this could speak of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So it could speak of what happened in the past. It could speak of what is happening in the present and what is happening in the future. So as I was getting into your energy, I decided to do a pre-shuffle, and some of these cards came out. 4 cards came out for your pre-shuffle, and so I want to go over them before we jump into the rest of your reading, okay? So it looks like some of you guys are feeling a little bit trapped. You're feeling a little bit trapped and bogged down. You have the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords talks about basically, feeling the feeling of being trapped, not knowing what to do, but really there is a way out, and really there is an answer. You're just not seeing it right now, and that's true of all of us. I think we've all been through that. And the next is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands, talks about. So the Eight of Wands talks about starting a great undertaking. So maybe it could be that you're feeling, a little bit trapped, and a little bit, bogged down because you're about to take on a great endeavor, or you've taken on a great endeavor, or you are now taking on something big, a big project, or you're taking on, I'm hearing adoption. You're taking on a great endeavor, and maybe you're not feeling so confident about your decision, but you're taking on something great, something big. I'm just going to get some more information about that. Yeah. So, and then, with this card showing up, it definitely is. There is a reward. There's a momentum and a reward that really comes with this undertaking, with this feeling. So don't, just know. Take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. And know that perhaps you haven't made the right. Maybe you're questioning if you made the right decision or not. But don't let your dream die. Your dream is in your grasp, and you're sending out. It seems as if you're looking for information regarding this great endeavor, and just know that your great endeavor is being divinely guided. And here, and that was from some of you. It's the Four of Cups. She's really sentimental, and the Page of Cups. She's sentimental, so she's looking back at the past. She's thinking, reminiscing, what was, and maybe perhaps some of you are reminiscing of what your life was like before this great endeavor, before this big project that you jumped into. This is the wand, so it's definite action. And then we had another card that popped out was the Emperor, and the Emperor is a pretty powerful card, especially in this deck. I think he's pretty powerful in the other decks, but in this particular deck, this is the man. This is the man. And the Emperor is known in this deck, for taking control and fixing what's not right, bringing balance. He's pretty stubborn, though. He can be pretty stubborn, and in this deck, he's known as he's the Dragon Queen, the Dragon King. if that says anything for you. Hold on, let's see. This is probably one of my most favorite energies in this deck. And that could be male or female, it doesn't matter. You know, it could be the female could be an Emperor energy, which is, well, we have yin and yang, feminine and masculine, both within us. So this is not gender specific. Although this is a really masculine energy. Like I said, one of my ultimate favorites, like. So let's take a look at, let's see if we have any more information about the situation before we go and clarify, okay? So what else do we have for Scorpio regarding this? Whoa, anything else for Scorpio? Oh, we have the World card right next to the Emperor. So the World pops out, and there you go. And this speaks of, sometimes it speaks of traveling. So, you know, maybe you're gonna be doing some traveling, maybe you are traveling, or maybe you will travel. You know, this is definitely a divine energy. This could also be a divine male, you know, represent a divine male to the feminine. And with the World coming out, I know it speaks of travel, and a lot of times in other decks it speaks of, you know, completion. So something, you know, completing this task, perhaps completing this big endeavor. And you know, you only have this Swords card right now, and there's so much strong positive energy here that, you know, don't let yourself feel trapped in anything. You know, make sure you're doing, you know, your meditation, sitting alone, walking in nature, just kind of inhale, exhale, get that, you know, clear that negative energy out. You know, do your self work, because you have this coming ahead of you, and this is looking pretty promising. So let's see. I want to look at the World and get more info on the World. There we go. Yeah. So, you know, this is when you also have the World, it's also achieving balance. And this is, you know, blending and melding together. It's like you're trying to bring, and you know what this is? See, this is, here we go. The Emperor, that's kind of what he does when, you know, when there's something going on. When it's, you know, when it's a, say, a situation that you feel is out of control, the Emperor comes, you know, and brings balance. He puts it all, he takes the chaos and says, okay, now let me fix this, and he fixes it. And this is kind of, you know, next to the World, you know, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through, you know, you are going to have, you know, get rebalanced. And you could, you know, maybe look at some travel, but this is your goals being realized. This is prosperity. It's basically, you know, completing what that task that you started, that great endeavor, this great endeavor here. This is showing you that you're going to complete that. You're going to find the completion. Keep on your path. Let's find out what kind of, if you can find out what kind of endeavor. You clarify the eight of Wands. Okay. It already fell out. We might as well take it. And this card, this deck does not do reverses, which is okay by me because reverses can get really complicated. So here we have the Three of Wands, and you know this is about waiting for, looking over the kingdom, looking at your accomplishments, looking at you know, what needs to be done, and this is over your kingdom. You know, whether that's your home or your work. This is a person who's surveying. Looking at the situation. Also surveying and thinking about, you know, new adventures. And it's so funny that it came out right under, you know, the Eight of Wands, where it speaks of new endeavors. And, you know, perhaps you're going to be going on a trip. You know, you're going to be traveling, like I said. You might be getting ready to do some traveling, or you just came back from traveling and seeing the world. This is looking out into the distance, you know, looking into the future, looking into different lands. You know, maybe you're gonna go, you know, to a place where it's, you know, at some distance from you. And then we have the Three of Cups. So, you know, the Three of Cups talks about celebration and, you know, maybe this endeavor is you getting ready to take a trip to see family and friends, or, you know, so celebration of some sorts. But it's a happiness. It shows happiness. Very happy. This is a very happy occasion. This is a very happy outcome. Let's see what else. How about the Page of Cups? You know what? I want to look one more. I want to look at something. And, you know, and one more thing I want to add about this too is this could be, you know, teamwork. This could be definitely speaking about work. Getting ready to go on an adventure. You know, maybe your job is sending you somewhere, but you're getting ready to go somewhere, or you're preparing, or your mind is just, you know, your mind is, you know, wanting to get into some type of adventure, or take a trip somewhere, or vacay somewhere, or go and see someone who's far from you, whether that's a plane ride, boat ride, hopping in the car. Let's clarify. Uh-oh. Oh, I'll take it. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so the Page of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing person, loving, you know, a giving person. She is, let's take a look. I'll look at some more. So let me get some more in-depth description about her. Yeah, she's definitely a nurturer. Very, very generous, warm spirit, and she will help whoever, you know. And I know that about Scorpios too. I know a decent amount of Scorpios, and, you know, when it comes down to their friends and their family, you know, and people that they're closely associated with, they will go to bat, you know, for their friends and family, for sure. Very, I think very loyal people. High flying eagles, you know, like they, yeah, I think they're wonderful people. But anyways, okay, so, so the Queen of Pentacles here. Let's get some more clarification on the Queen of Pentacles. Whoa, okay, just jumping out. But you know what? I'm thinking that these are way too many cards. Hold on. To clarify one thing, what do we have here? Oh, we have some enlightenment. Ooh, we have ace. Okay, I might have to take these because these are too good to turn down. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, first let's review. We have the Page of Cups. You know, she's very sentimental. She also could carry a message of love. She is sentimental. She is very romantic. Of course, it's a Cups. You know, Cups is all about like emotions and love. Very sentimental, very very loving, very romantic. She's very intuitive. Along with the Queen of Pentacles, who will, you know, give you the shirt off her back if needed. But there seems to be some conflict that maybe has arisen, or is going to arise, or has already arisen. Let's take a look and see what else they have. What we have here. Oh, okay. So, you know, this is looking a lot like. So this is the seven of Pentacles, and in this deck it talks about basically, you know, picking the fruit, trying to decide whether or not to pick the fruit. Is it ripe? Is it ready to be picked? And with the situation, that could be some type of thought process that you're having. Maybe there's maybe a relationship that you're trying to decide if it's, you know, gonna work out, or if it's gonna be worth your time and effort. There could be maybe some a job that you're trying to decide if it's going to be the right pick for you. But because we have love up here at the Page of Cups, I'm kind of thinking that has to do with a relationship of some sorts. You know, I'm kind of hearing, you know, there was some family members that were severed, and that may, you know, severed from you, that were separated from you, and you are contemplating actually having closing that gap between you and those family members, or that family member. So you're trying to decide, you're trying to make a decision of what to do about this fruit. It's there and it's hanging low, but you are trying to decide if it's worth your time. You know, if it will be more trouble in the long run. You know, it's also speaking about, you know, reaping a reward for all your effort and work. Yeah, so maybe you're trying to consider alternatives and different routes. Now it looks like there's, you know, there's a hangman here. So this could speak of an impasse, you know, of course, with the decision needing to be made. You know, some of you could be, you know, at an impasse, don't know what to do. And so therefore you're in this stuck energy. This also speaks of being enlightened. And, you know, I kind of want to say that, that with the hangman, and then you have the Ace of Cups, which is the fullest amount of love you can imagine, besides, you know, the Lover's card, which is the next best thing, even probably way better. With the Ace of Cups and the hangman, you know, it looks like some of you may have already figured out what to do about this decision. And you've been enlightened by the divine, and you've gotten some ideas, and you understand, you know, what you need to do. There was some conflict before, you know, some mental conflict behind this, but you're wanting to nurture someone. You're wanting to nurture and be with someone that you from the past, or someone that you know, or even someone now that you feel really close to, and you have a lot of emotions for, but there was a little bit of conflict in your mind about this particular relationship, and, you know, needing to make a decision, and you're going to be enlightened, or you've been enlightened, or you are now enlightened about the situation, and you want to start a new beginning with this person. A new cup of love, and for some of you, this is an offer of love. You know, the Page of Cups is bringing an offer of love, overflowing for you. This could also be, you know, an earth sign coming your way, or who's already there, or someone you know in the past coming your way, you know, to offer this cup of love. They decided that they want you. They decided that, you know, through much conflict, mental, you know, thinking back and forth, pacing back and forth, that they've been enlightened, and they decided that you're what they want, for some of you. All right, let's move on and see why the Emperor is here, my favorite card in the deck. Let's see, why is the Emperor here? What is he, how he's helping, but we don't know what's going on with the Emperor. Why is it, oh, okay, the Emperor here. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I don't know if I can take all of these. You know what, I don't even want to look at them. I'm going to put them back because it's just way too much. Okay, let's try this again. Divine, why is the Emperor here? What is the Emperor here? Okay, so we got two cards again. Ooh, snap. Okay, so you have the Fool, and that's why he's here. The Fool, and because there's been a judgment made. So regarding this situation, let me just, I want to see something about the Fool. So that's going to be, the Fool is, you know, in most decks, taking a risk. Yeah, a new beginning. So a new beginning of adventures. Yeah, unlimited possibilities. Moving before you think. And sometimes, you know, I'm gonna let you know, and I'm sure you know, that, you know, sometimes not overthinking something is not that bad. Actually, not overthinking something in a lot of ways can be very, very good. Of course, we need to keep our rationales about us, but there's times when you just need to take a risk and not overthink your situation. Because overthinking is just something that keeps us stuck, you know. Overthinking keeps us hanging on a tree. And then, of course, the Judgment. There's been a judgment made. There's been a judgment call. Let's figure out why the Judgment's here. What's going on with Judgment? Okay. Oh, great. Okay, so this whole row right here, major arcanas, major. So you have some real major divine influence going on in this situation right here. Whatever your situation may be, the divine is for the collectives, and whoever you may be, this is message for. The divine is definitely working for your behalf. You have, and even the world is over here. So you have the High Priestess. Okay, so there's been a judgment made. Take a risk. The Emperor's going to bring a lot of balance. He's making money. I heard this, money moves. He's making money moves. But he's bringing some balance, and for you to be free enough to feel good in your decision of taking a risk with this. And I want to say relationship. There's been a judgment call made, and there's been some help given to you. And this is a new deck for me, so I have to constantly, every now and then, go back and look at, get the full meaning of this, because everything's a little bit different than the other decks. Yeah, and the High Priestess here with the owl, that's wisdom. So some wisdom, some enlightenment is coming your way. Some information, some download is coming your way. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay. Yeah. So there's, some information is going to be shot your way. This is like straight intuition, and as a water sign, intuition is not a hard thing for us. This is yeah, so this is knowledge and intuition coming your way about the situation that you're wondering about what's on your heart. And this is completion. So what's going to be, see if we can find out. Why is the world here? 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 Okay. The world, so the world came up to let you know that everything's going to be all right, even if you feel like you're on the outside. Or maybe that person is feeling left out in the cold by you, or you're feeling that you're left out in the cold. But the world is going to let you know that there's going to be a completion. There's going to be a completion. There's success to all your hard work. And this may be why the Eight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. This speaks of a mental conflict, because this swan really could get out. If you see, this is a swan. He really could get out of this the vines. But see, here's something I want to say about this too. in this card, you know, you see that, and it just kind of came to me just now. The swan is feeling like, oh my God, I'm trapped. I have these vines, he only has two vines wrapped around his shoulder, okay? But to get out of it is painful. So he feels like he's trapped. And, you know, what you may have gone through, or what you're going through now, may feel really bad, and you feel like, oh, if I do this, is good. This may hurt for some reason, or this. What if I get hurt? What if when I'm trying to reach for the sky? What if I get hurt? Or what if, you know, there's rejection? Or what if there's some type of pain involved? But you know, just know that you have all of these things in your favor. You have all these actions in your favor. Push through in your endeavor. You know, for those who are, you know, venturing out, traveling, work, you know, whatever they mean, spiritual quests, whatever it is that you're looking out to, you know, keep going. And sometimes things worth having, you know, is worth fighting for, even if it's yourself. You know, getting yourself in alignment, because the Emperor is here to bring clarity. He's here to, and you have the High Priestess. Everybody's working in your behalf. There's nothing you can't accomplish. There's not a thing you can't accomplish. It seems hard at first, and sometimes you wonder where it's at. You know, what is it that, you know, that I'm, you know, need to do? I don't know, but right here, this is showing this whole row, and with the World card, that the Divine is at play in your life. You are an apple in his eye. That's an old saying, by the way. Okay, so let's get let's get an oracle card for you guys. What is the oracle for Scorpio? What's the oracle for Scorpio? What do you have for Scorpio? Woohoo! Okay, let's just fly out. Okay. Oh, they have a lot to say. So, again, okay, let me just start because it's the first one I saw. I'm gonna go backwards. Okay, so there's journey. You know, taking a journey, like I said, there could be some travel. With these cards. And so let's see. Your journey. You know, you could be traveling. Like I said before earlier, you could be traveling somewhere. You have the woman holding a coin, which is really interesting because you have, where is she? The Queen of Coins. Okay, so this could be about, you know, getting your paper. But I have a feeling it has to do with love. But you have the woman holding the coin. You have the 7th chakra, which is about being enlightened. As I was saying, with some enlightenment is coming your way. I was saying with the Hangman for some of you. Enlightenment, and those, you know, who are on the path to enlightenment, keep up the good work. Keep going. You're going to get your downloads. You're going to get your information, whether it's through dreams or through a person. You're going to get what you need to understand and to keep pushing forward. You might even get enlightenment through reading, listening to Audible, listening to, you know, some of those, like I do that a lot too. I like to listen to Audible and audiobooks to just get more information. And then, of course, for this row over here again, door to romance. The door to romance is open. You know, you may have had, or maybe the person that you have interest in, you know, may have seemed like a closed door, but the door is opening to their heart. And it's right there. It's right there. Okay, let's do a goddess card. Let's get a goddess card for you. Oh, two of them. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. So you have Athena from the goddess deck. Inner wisdom. Yes, see? Yeah, see? Get that going. And you might already have it, but you buff it up some. Inner wisdom. You know what to do. Okay? Look, I told you, she's telling you now. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. There you go with that Fool card. Do it. Take action, whatever needs to be done. Use your voice, use your actions. And then you also got Ma'at and fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. For those of you who need to hear that about this situation, it could be something different, whether it's about travel or whatever this is, whatever the Eight of Swords is about, whatever this feeling alone and outcasted is about, or worrying that you'll feel alone and outcasted. Don't worry about rejection. It'll be handled in a fair and just manner for those of you who need to hear that. So with that being said, let's pull some dates. So what I have in my hand here are dates, and I'm gonna move all of these, and I'm gonna close my eyes. I'll mix them up. Close my eyes. I'm not gonna close my eyes yet because I'm still mixing. Okay, and then I'm gonna pull four of these cards, and then we'll see what is going on. Some of them, they're numbers and they're months. So let's see what's happening. All right, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna pull 1, 2. I feel 4. Okay, is that 4? Yes, 4. Okay, here we go. I'll put this over here, and I'm gonna put this back in the jar. Okay. So let's see what we have as far as dates are concerned. Now, this could be something that happened in the past. It could be something that happened in 21. Something that happened. Okay, we got 8. Let's see, we got 5, and we have October. Okay, so we have October 21st. So October's coming up, y'all. So keep these dates in mind. Write them down if you have to. Say, 7 water tarots. So October 21st. It could be October 5th. And this could be birthdays, something important happening. October 8th. This could be birthdays, like I said before. This could be, in the next year and a half, something important. October 8th, 2021. It could be October the 5th, 2021. But nevertheless, it could be October 5th, October 8th, and October 21st. So keep your eyes out. I don't know what's happening, but we shall see, right? All right. So with that being said, you guys have such a wonderful, loving, filled morning, evening, morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye. I love you guys. Bye-bye.